So we're here at the end of a brilliant Good Friday, sunny day, tough game, 1-1 draw. It felt like our visitors had probably the majority of the possession and of the game, but we stood up to them really well. How did you think we performed?
First half not so well. I thought we grew into the game. I think we were on the back foot early. I think they were the better side in the first half.
The first 20 minutes or so, it felt like they had pretty much the run of the game.
Yeah, we couldn't get a grip. I think they worked harder than us, and they outrun us and probably outthought us. That they played a lot more intelligent football than we did, and we didn't really get close, and we got caught in between as to whether to go and press them or to sit off. And they played round us, really, round us, over us, through us, whatever you like. Further up the pitch, and we just couldn't get a grip, quite get a grip. But they scored, deservedly so, and it kicked us into life a little bit actually after that.
I think that was a sort of pivotal moment as to how would we react to going 1 down, and you say we did seem to come into the game much more after that.
Yeah, we scored out of nothing. We weren't really in the game at all, and they were getting on top. It was more like to go 2-0 to them than it was 1-0 to us. 1-0. But we scored a goal out of nothing. Archie Ferris taken an early hit really well, and I think it was just about trying to manage through the half-time and reset because our shape wasn't quite right. They bossed the midfield really, and then we got in and just as you want to get in, we get a sin bin, which is a poor sin bin from us. We shouldn't be picking one up just before. So, and that set the tone for the start of the second half because we had to manage it with 10 men for 10 minutes. And when you have a bit of more of a defensive mindset trying to kill the tempo, it's quite hard to change that quite quickly. Yeah. So whilst we saw the 10 minutes out, or they put a lot of crosses into our box that we dealt with quite well, again it still took us a bit of a while to get more of an attacking impetus in the game. But we grew, I think, as that second half went on, and we started to counter-attack quite well. We made some good subs. We brought some fresh legs on, and they all done well. Done really well. Some young ones as well. Henry was excellent when he came on. And then I think, I come away with it. We could have won it, even though we weren't the better side.
There were a couple of chances which we were pretty close on, and it did feel like we might just nick it.
Yeah, and I think against good sides and top 3, top 4 sides, you've got to take your chances when they come. Yeah. You don't get many. In other games, we've had lots of chances, scored lots of goals this year, but in these tight games against the good sides, you might only get 1 or 2 a game. We've got to be more ruthless. And we had a couple of one-on-ones, and we've hit the keeper on one, and we put one over. We should be burying those. So you're coming away with this twinge of disappointment, but then they get a penalty in the last minute, and you're thinking, oh, that's good. It would have been really harsh on us to lose.
I thought that would be exceptionally harsh. It didn't look like much of a penalty. I mean, it just looked fairly soft from where we were standing, but again, a good save from Ryan, and I think that was probably fair.
Yeah, too far away for me to comment on the penalty. There's lots of bodies around it, but that's what Ryan does. He's there when you need him, and he's a big presence, and he got down low really, really well, and it was so it kind of feels like a point earned, whilst it would have been really, really harsh on us. But yeah, they're a good side there. They were a really good side, hard to play against them. We've drawn twice against them this year, so there's no shame in that. Both games you sort of come away with it like, could we have taken something from it? But again, I don't think we're the best side today, so I'll take the point. I think
it felt like a point one really, and now we've got the opposite, which is a very long trip on Monday to another very high flying club, although they lost today. So how are we turning ourselves around for that one?
John, I'm really looking forward to going down to Malsall. We've got good numbers to go down, which was always going to be the worry. But I think for me, best side in the league without a shadow of a doubt, and doing really, really well. They might have had a bit of a blip, so I'm sure there'll be a bit of a wounded animal, but I'm just really excited to go toe-to-toe against them and try and do what we can do and show what we're about. We've sort of taken a point off, or taken 2 points off one of the big hitters. Now it's to be a completely different challenge to go down today, to go down on Monday. We need to be better with the ball because it might be a long time if we give it away. It might be a long time before we get it back from them. But it'd be a really good challenge, and we might just shake it up a little bit because 2 games in 3 days is going to be hard on some legs. But it's a great challenge, and make a real day of it. And I do like the Cornwall trip, so hopefully it'll be another good one.
Great.
Get the right result.
Well, we'll see you down there on Monday, and hopefully we'll have something interesting to chat about.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.